guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to another new Makeup Sunday. So this week I have some more Ulta 21 Days of Beauty stuff to share with you that I hauled. I also have some PR from Kokie Cosmetics, from Mally Beauty, Covergirl, and I have the new Colourpop Villains Palette as well as the new Tarte Foundation. So I'm really excited to share everything with you guys and do some swatches and just play with makeup. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Good morning guys, it's Monday and I just got a box from Starskin that I wanted to share with you really quick. They sent over 2 of their new cocoa masks. So I like anything to do with cocoa. They also sent me some hot chocolate and a mug, which is awesome. And then here they are. So this one is the Starskin VIP Creme de la Creme Instantly Recovering Luxury Cream Coating Face Mask. And then the other one is also the Creme de la Creme mask, but this one is an age perfecting luxury cream coating face mask. And these look really cool. They actually come in 2 different sections, which I love because you can really fit it to your face a little bit better than the ones that come just like in a whole sheet. And this one here says that it's a one-of-a-kind sheet mask made of 2 layers. The inner layer is coated with half a jar of super concentrated, luxurious cream, while the outer protective layer functions as a shield to ensure ultimate absorption and nourishment. Rich in active ingredients, the luxury cream contains tomato and shea butter to deliver exceptionally nourished and replenished skin in just 20 minutes. And this one, it says it's recommended for normal to dry skin types. And then this one is more of an anti-aging version, I think. So this one says, rich in active ingredients, the luxury cream combines ginseng and shea butter to deliver firm and resilient skin with a luminous glow in just 20 minutes. So I'm really super excited to test these out. In fact, I think I'm going to test one out right now and I can let you guys know the results of it. I'm about to take a shower, so let's grab this one because my skin's been feeling extra dry and let's see what happens. All right guys, so the mask is on. I look really, really scary right now, but this thing was super saturated with like a white thick lotion. So it feels just really soothing and hydrating on my skin right now. So I'm going to leave this on for about 15-20 minutes like they suggested, and then I'll be back and let you know what I think. All right, so the mask is off and my skin feels so soft right now, you guys, so super soft. There was a ton of the moisturizer still left on my face, so I was trying to moisturize it in, and then I ended up bringing it down to my neck and chest, and there was enough to cover all of it. So they definitely did include probably half a jar of moisturizer in here. It's crazy, but my skin just feels so super hydrated and plumped. So I really like that one. I can't wait to try the other one now. All right, so back to the unboxings. I got my March Boxycharm in the mail. It came really, really late this month. I don't know if anybody else had that issue, but let me just show you quickly what was in here. So first up is a brush set from Moda, and this is $29.99. It comes with a powder brush and a highlighting brush in it. So those actually look really nice. I've never tried any of their brushes before. They also sent over this liquid eyeshadow from a brand called Appeal. I've never actually heard of this brand before. This is in the shade Gold. So, yep, that's pretty obvious. And this retails for $21. It claims to be really highly pigmented. They also sent over a long-lasting liquid lipstick in Monaco from Ofra. And I feel like they've been sending a lot of Ofra products lately. I want to say we got another Ofra lipstick or lip gloss in a more recent box as well. And also in my box this month was the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. This retails for $34. It's supposed to draw out impurities and excess oil. It has kaolin clay. Probably not something that I would necessarily want to use for my dry skin, but oh well. And then last but not least is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. I've actually seen this at Sephora or Ulta maybe, and this is actually a really new product. So this retails for $45. Let's go ahead and open it up and we'll do some swatches. All right, so this one is in the light to medium shade, which is perfect for me, and it comes with 2 highlighters, a brightener, contour, finishing powder, and then a blush. So some of these highlighters look a little dark in the pan for my skin tone, but we're gonna go ahead and just swatch them out because it does say that it's for light to medium. So let's take a look. All right, so here's everything swatched out, and I have to say these powders feel amazing. They feel super, super soft and blendable. So I would say out of the highlights, I don't know if I would necessarily wear the first gold one. That one's a little bit too deep for my skin tone, but certainly that rose gold is gonna be really beautiful, and also that brightener shade is really light as well, so I could definitely wear that one. The contour shade is way warmer than what I would have expected for a contour. I would say that's definitely more of a bronzer. And then the finishing powder here, it feels so silky. It's almost translucent. It has a tiny little bit of color and a little bit of shimmer to it as well. But I think that's going to be a really good match for my skin tone because you can barely even see it. It blends right in. And then that blush shade is absolutely gorgeous as well. And like I said, these powders are so soft and easy to pick up, and I just feel like they're gonna blend beautifully on the skin. So I'm not like over the moon impressed with this month's box overall. I don't really wear matte liquid lipsticks. I don't think I'm gonna use this mask. And this liquid eyeshadow, I mean, while I like liquid eyeshadows, I don't know that I'd necessarily wear this bright yellow gold color. The brushes I could always use, but not the most exciting thing. I have a lot of brushes already, but I would say that this palette probably makes up for all of it because I think it's gonna be really, really beautiful. I'm loving the colors in it, and the formula feels like it's going to be really nice. I could definitely do like a video on this if you guys wanted to see it, but at a retail value of $45 and the Boxycharm is $21, it's really a steal. You're getting it for less than half price. And it's also a newer product that just came out recently. So I think for that, it's worth it. I don't know. I go back and forth between whether I should just cancel my Boxycharm or not. And I still haven't canceled it. I'm still getting it because every once in a while you get a great box. But lately they've kind of been letting me down a little bit. So I'm just kind of so-so about this one. Let me know, you guys, what you thought of this month's box. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hey guys, it's Tuesday and I just got my Ulta order in the mail. So I grabbed one thing from the 21 Days of Beauty. Let me just move this box out of the way. That is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Taupe. And I love this color because if you have really cool toned eyebrows like I do, this is a great color. It's way more ashy and cool toned. And what I love about this pencil over pretty much any other one that I've tried is just the consistency of it, because it's just like the perfect firmness. It's not too like slippery and slidey where I feel like it's smudging all over the place, but it's also not so firm that I have to press really hard, and it just draws really natural looking hairs on my brows. So I really love this color and love this formula, and I always stock up on it during the 21 Days of Beauty. And then I also grabbed some stuff from Living Proof, and I'm going on a trip next week, so I wanted to get some travel size shampoos and conditioners to take with me. So this is the Color Care shampoo and conditioner. I've never tried this before, so I'm definitely going to try them out at home first and make sure I like them before I take them on the trip. But the one thing that really sold me was this Color Care Whipped Glaze. I believe this one is new. I don't know if these are new. They've probably been around for a while. But this one is a color toning glaze that's supposed to boost color vibrancy for blondes and highlights. So I'm guessing this is probably purple toned. It says an innovative color enhancing whipped glaze that instantly reduces brassiness while boosting color vibrancy. Your hair will look healthy, soft, and shiny, provides UV protection, sulfate free and silicone free. It's for blondes and highlights, ideal for multi-dimensional shades, highlights, balayage, etc. And they did have one for darker hair colors as well. So I just want to quickly see what this is like. I'm guessing it's just kind of like a mousse or a foam. Yeah, so it's just kind of like a mousse texture. So I believe you just leave this in after you're done shampooing and conditioning. The color of it isn't super dark purple, so I don't know how much it's going to change the brassiness in my hair. I do have some products that are a little bit darker purple, and I feel like those really make a difference. But we'll have to see. I really love Living Proof, and I've had really great luck with all of their hair products, so excited for this one. And then the last thing I got is the Colourpop Disney Villains Misunderstood palette, and I was really excited to see this. We're actually going to Disney next week, so I may just bring this with me depending on how versatile I think it's going to be. So let's check it out. All right, so here's the inside, and it has that hollow background again, which is a little bit, you know, it makes it a little harder to see the colors, but wow, I'm actually kind of overwhelmed by the amount of shimmer shades in here. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, and the rest are all shimmer. So not sure quite how I feel about that. There's only one mid-tone matte right here. That's this one. Then there's 2 deeper. This one is kind of light to use as a transition. And then this really bright white one over here. So let's go ahead and just do a little bit of swatching. I think we all know Colourpop's formula is really good, but I'm just curious to see what all these colors look like next to each other. Sometimes it helps me to just visualize a little bit, you know, kind of the looks that I might be able to create with it. A little bit easier than just looking at the colors in the pan. The pigment on this is insane though. I feel like, is Colourpop even getting better than they used to be? Because this is like swatching so well. All right, so this golden shade right here feels a little different than the others. I don't know if you can see, it kind of went on a little bit patchy right here in the middle, and that's because this one feels more like a pressed glitter almost. It's not quite, it's still a shimmer shade, but it has a lot of really chunky glitter in it. It feels a little bit more dry and not quite as soft. It's a little more difficult to pick up, so just want to mention that. We have this dark blue that's really intense. This one I was actually expecting to feel kind of dry like a matte, but it has that really buttery feel of a shimmer shade. It's really nice. And then this one here is a little more of a loosely packed shimmery shade, almost kind of like this one, but it feels a little bit softer. So this turquoise is a little bit underwhelming, not quite as strong as some of the other shimmers, like this green, for example. That one's really nice. And then there's the black at the end. So there are definitely a few shimmer shades in here, namely this one, and then this one. These three that are a little bit different than the others. The other ones have that really rich, buttery, smooth feel. These are a little bit more chunky and a little bit less tightly pressed. But other than that, here's the entire palette. Let me just close this up so we can kind of see all the colors a little bit better. So it's really, really beautiful, but I think I'm gonna have to just play with this a little bit and really study it and try to figure out what color combinations I wanna make, because for me, it just feels kind of a little bit disjointed. They put a lot of color in here, but I'm not immediately seeing different combinations that I wanna make. And sometimes with palettes, that's really easy. Like they just jump out at me and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this shade with this one. And you know, I can think of some combinations in my head, but right now I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit, but if you guys wanna see a video on it, definitely let me know down below. And then next up, I also got my Sephora order, and I had grabbed the new Tarte Foundcealer Multitasking Foundation. And before this came out, I didn't hear anything about it. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing a bunch of YouTube videos on this and people saying that it's great for dry skin. So I'm actually excited for this because I don't think I've ever completely loved a Tarte foundation, but I'm hoping that this one will change my mind. So I got the shade Fairlight Sand, and I think this is more of a neutral shade. I've really been trying to stay away from more pink tone foundations, even though I do have pink undertones, because I think the neutral or yellower based foundations help to cancel out the pink a little bit. So let's go ahead and just see what this looks like and feels like. Okay, this pump is like not staying up. There we go. So you have to kind of lock this in place, otherwise it just keeps going down. So I think this is supposed to be medium to full coverage. It feels like it's going to be nice. I'm glad that it doesn't seem to have any shimmer or glitter in the formula, because I really don't do well with those these days. They tend to really accentuate texture on my skin. So I wouldn't say this feels overly hydrating, but it doesn't really feel dry either. I think it feels really thin and lightweight. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I'd say the coverage is pretty good. I would say it's about medium, like people are saying. I bet you could probably build it up to full, but my hand feels really soft and it's not making it look overly dry, even though my hands are way, way drier than my face. So I think if it looks good on my hand, it'll probably look even better on my face. So definitely if you guys want to see a full review on this, I can do that. So let me know down in the comments. Hey guys, so I just grabbed this new Profusion palette from Target. This is the Infatuation palette, and if that sounds kind of familiar to you guys, that's because they did have another Infatuation one. So this one came out in 2018 and it had all these round pans. They started doing that last year, and to be honest with you, I wasn't too crazy about the ones that look like this. I love their square pans one, like the chocolate palette, the siennas. Those ones are really good, but these round pan ones just like weren't up to the same level of quality. So it looks like they've gone ahead and like revamped the Infatuation, and it's still more of a purple and pink tone palette, but it has a few other pops of color, and I think I like it actually a lot better. So let's go ahead and open these up and I'll do some swatches of the new palette. So before we get into swatches though, I just want to quickly show you a side-by-side of these two palettes, because there are some of the exact same shades in both and then some new ones that they added. So for example, the top row in both palettes is identical as far as shade names go, and as far as shade colors, they look exactly the same. And then in the second row here, they replaced this Orbit shade and then this Bossy shade with these two brighter shades right here. And then the rest of the row is exactly the same. And then on the bottom, they completely took out this cool toned row down here, except for this last shade Tease, which is exactly the same. It's like a really deep matte gray. And they replaced all of these cool toned grays and taupes with some brighter pops of color, some lavender, some hot pink, this really bright lavender blue shade. So while they kept a lot of the palette the same, they also changed a lot of it. So what I'm curious about is how the formula is different, because like I said, I wasn't a fan of these palettes that came out. I felt like the shimmers were really chunky and crumbly. So I'm hoping that this one is exactly the same as their older formula. So let's go ahead and just do some, I guess, comparison swatches between the two first, and then I also want to swatch some of the new shades as well. Okay, so let's try the shade Halo. So this is the old palette. And then this is the new one. And right away, just picking them up, I can see a huge difference. This is the old one. You see how crumbly that shadow is? And this one looks smoother and a lot more metallic. So let's see how they swatch next to each other. Here's the old one. And yeah, you can see like kind of the chunkiness in it, even though it is really intense. You can see like just clumps of shadow. It's not super smooth. And then this one is definitely way more smooth, although I feel like it's a little bit more sheer. I don't know if that's just me. This one just looks a little bit more pigmented than this one, but I do like that this one is a lot smoother. I think that the gold pigment in this one is just more evenly dispersed, while this one, it's kind of sheer in areas, and in other areas it looks like the exact same color, like where those chunks are. I really don't know if you guys can see it super well in the camera, but maybe if I smooth this one out a little bit, it would be more of the same color. I don't know. No, it's still a little bit off. All right, so let's try another comparison shade. So I'll try this one. This is Gravity. So here's the old one, and then here's the new one. So yeah, even though they have the same exact shade names, they're not exactly the same. And this one has a bit more of a duochrome, almost like a bluish tint to it. And this one's a little bit more of like a pinky lavender. So they're both really beautiful, but definitely different. So now let's try a few of the new shades in the new palette. Right, so here's the shade Sorcery, which is that really pretty grayish blue shade. And then here's the yellow Zenith. It's almost like a yellowy green, actually. That's really, really pretty. And then I also picked up this pop of matte, sort of bluish purple. Actually, it's very purple. Look at the intensity of that pigment. That's crazy. I think Profusion does mattes incredibly well. But so far, I'm kind of feeling like the shimmers in the new palette, they're a little difficult to pick up for some reason. They're not as chunky as the old ones, but I'm having trouble just grabbing them with my finger, at least a few of them. This one actually feels like it might be a little better. Let's try some more of the shimmers real quick, because I know like the mattes are going to be really good with these palettes. That one was okay. This one is a little bit more sheer, but it has more glitter in the formula. And then there's that one. I mean, definitely not bad for sure. All right, and then we'll just do a few more of the matte shades. These are so pretty. Look at this hot pink. Whoa, super intense. So anyway, guys, I just figured I would show you this new palette really quick. If you guys want to see a video on this, or maybe just some new Profusion stuff that I've gotten in general, let me know down in the comments, because I did show a few Profusion palettes last week that were new as well. So maybe I can just do a whole video on their new stuff. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I'm just opening up this package from Kokie Cosmetics, and it says check out our new items just released this year. They're only available on our website so far, but find them in Rite Aid near you in July. So let's just open these up and take a look. Oh my gosh, yes, these are their new liquid eyeshadows. They're called Crystal Fusion. I've seen these on their Instagram page. I want to say they're only $6, and I actually do have a coupon code for Kokie's website, so I'll leave that up on the screen. It'll save 25%, which is huge, and it is an affiliate code, just to let you know. So I'm definitely going to be swatching these for you guys. Let me just see what else is in here. Okay, so these are their new Soft Glow highlighters. I remember seeing these on their Instagram as well. These look so pretty. Look at these colors. All right, so let's definitely get into some swatches. I can't wait to play with all this. All right, so let's go ahead and just swatch the highlighters first, because that'll go really quick. There's only 4 of them. So inside, this is what they look like. They look like they're gonna be really, really shiny. So this one is called Gleaming. Ooh, they feel almost like a bouncy texture. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of like Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. That's what they're reminding me of. So let's see what they look like. Oh, that is so smooth and so shiny. Look at that. All right, so this one is called Heavenly. This is like a really pretty gold. Whoa, look at that one. These are so shiny, and I'm not seeing any like large chunky glitter particles either, which is a really good thing. This one's called Rosie. Look at that one. How beautiful. I wonder if you could use these on the eyes as well. These would look so pretty on the lid. This one is called Divine. This is the deepest shade. I mean, look at how these are just gliding on my skin. They feel like so buttery, but so super lightweight. And this one I would say is probably the most subtle, the first one that I swatched. These really pack a lot in terms of pigment, but I think this one, if you want more of a natural looking highlight, would probably be good for that. But yeah, these just look incredibly smooth and just super, super glowy. So I'm very excited to test these out on my face. All right, and then here are all 12 shades of the Crystal Fusion liquid eyeshadows. So let's just get into some swatches. I'm really dying to see what these are like. All right, so this first shade is called Millennium. Okay, really nice pigment on these right out of the gate, at least this shade. It's really smooth, not chunky at all. So far so good. And then this one is Lunar. Oh, look how pretty that one is. That's like a rose gold. That is stunning. Right, and then this one is Aura. That one's got a really beautiful kind of blue or purple shift to it. And then this one is Supernatural. This one's also pink, but this one has, I would say, I don't know if that's like a green glitter or gold. It's really beautiful though. This one is Moonchild. It's like a really beautiful copper shimmer. That is so gorgeous. And then this olivey green one is called Mothership. Ooh, look at that. Look how beautiful that green is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move these out of the way because I feel like you can't really see the colors as well. My camera's picking up on the shiny gold caps on the tubes, and then it's not allowing the colors to come through. Okay, so yeah, look at how beautiful that is. That is so pretty. All right, so this next one is called Lucky Star. And then we have Galactic. Look at that one. This one is Supernova. And then we have Stardust. This one feels a little bit more chunky. I would say this one is really glittery. This one actually has a ton of glitter in it, but it just went on a little chunkier. The other ones I felt like were really, really smooth. All right, and then this one is Polaris. Oh my goodness, look at how shiny that one is. Whoa. And then the last one is Starlight. So here's all the shades, and I would say some of them are definitely more on the glittery side, while others have more of a pearlized finish, but these just go on really smoothly for the most part, with the exception of this one right here that was a little bit more chunky. I feel like they just are really pigmented. So I'm very excited to test these out on my eyes, and will definitely give you guys my thoughts, but so far so good. I think they swatch really well. I also just got a box from Covergirl, and they sent over their Simply Ageless collection. This concealer is brand new. I just showed it, I think, last week in my Sunday haul. I found it at Walmart. The primer and the two foundations are not new, but it looks like they've reformulated. It says Covergirl made its iconic Simply Ageless collection even better. It now includes ingredients we all know and love: hyaluronic complex and vitamin C. These powerhouse ingredients were added to emphasize the importance of beautiful, healthy skin at any age. So it says that the 3-in-1 liquid foundation now has the addition of hyaluronic complex and vitamin C, which it just said, and then also the concealer, which I actually really do like. I've been testing this out and I love this. I remember not being too crazy about either one of these foundations when they first came out, but who knows, maybe now they'll be really good. So let's take a look. All right, so they sent over the primer and then a few shades of the foundation. They sent Classic Tan. I know I'm definitely not going to be that one. Nude Beige, and then Fair Ivory. I'm probably going to be a combination of these two, I would say. This one looks a little too deep and this one looks a little too light, so I may have to mix these two together. And then we have the primer, and then the compact foundation in 3 different shades, I think the same exact ones, and then the concealer in the 3 shades, which I actually already have the concealer. All right, so let me just go ahead and swatch the foundation and just see if it kind of feels any different. I honestly don't really remember what it was like way back when, or if it's even going to be easy to tell anything just on my hand, but I guess I can kind of get a feel for it a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, this, oh my gosh, the shade is going to be so light for me. Yeah, let me just try mixing it with this one and see if I can get like a good match. And actually, let me just move this box out of the way really quick. All right, so yeah, these 2 shades mixed together are a lot better. So, I mean, it feels really nice. I don't know. I remember this foundation accentuating or clinging to dry patches a little bit. And I remember thinking, you know, it's supposed to be anti-aging, but it kind of, I felt like it aged me rather than anti-aged me. So hopefully it's changed for the better. I really do love supporting CoverGirl now because they went cruelty-free, which is amazing. And I think just such a good example for the other drugstore brands. So it feels really creamy. It almost feels like I was putting on a moisturizer, which is nice. I mean, it looks maybe like a little dry in here, but it's really not a great test because my hands are so much drier than my face that I'm really just gonna have to put this to the test and let you guys know in a future video. But if you do want to see a video on this updated collection, I can definitely do kind of like a foundation test and wear test. So let me know down in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. And then last but not least, I also got a package from Mally, and it says, "Happy spring from Mally Beauty. Life is busy and we know it. Sleep isn't always at the top of our to-do list, and that's why we've included everything to help you look and feel like you've had your full 8 hours." So very excited. I love Mally Beauty. I feel like it's one of the more underrated brands for sure. So let's take a look at what's in here. Oh yes, yes, the Evercolor shadow sticks. These are my favorite. I've talked about these so many times. So they sent over the shades Storm and Copper Caviar. I don't have either one of these, so that's great. Storm looks like it's a deep sort of charcoal gray. Ooh, look how pretty that one is. That's beautiful. These are so, like Mally calls them bulletproof, and they really truly are. They last all day. They don't crease. They're definitely the longest lasting eyeshadow stick I have ever tried, and they're just amazing. I love using these, especially in the summer, just for like really quick and easy on the go kind of eye looks. And you can line your eyes with them as well, or use them as a base for other eyeshadows. They're just really versatile. So again, this one is the shade Copper Caviar. That one is so beautiful as well. And then she also sent over her dark circle corrector. So what does this say? Want to look like you've had 8 hours of sleep? This multitasking formula instantly disguises darkness and uneven skin tone. Special brightening pigments smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and provide a natural radiance. Can be used anywhere on the face to smooth, brighten, and perfect. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so this looks like it's a peach corrector, which is really great for dark under eye circles. So you would just put this on before your concealer and it'll help to just neutralize everything, and then your concealer doesn't have to work so hard to cover the dark circles. It does feel really smooth, and it's actually, is it just me or is it making my hand look smoother right in that area? That looks really good. But I will definitely put this to the test next time I have a sleepless night. And then the last product they sent is the Perfect Prep Neutralizing Primer. So this says it doesn't just go the long haul, it also gives you even toned skin. The secret is a color correcting hue that neutralizes sallow tones, redness, and veins. The lightweight formula glides on to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, magnetizes makeup to lock it into place, then dries to a flawless long wearing finish. Skin looks instantly radiant, smooth, and even. Use alone or under makeup for a just applied super fresh look. So I do love her Perfect Prep Primer, the original. I've never tried this one before, so I'm actually really excited because I've seen this at Kohl's, and I was actually about to buy it one day, but I didn't. So let's put it on this area over here. I have this like really dry patch, but I want to see like how it kind of cancels out this redness over here. So it does have more of a peachy tone to it. But like I said, I love the original Perfect Prep Primer. It's one of my favorites of all time, actually. I mean, I always talk about the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, but the Mally one is right up there. It just makes my skin look so beautiful and almost flawless. It's definitely giving my skin more of a radiant look, I would say, but not like shimmery or glittery. I think it just makes it look a little more glowy. Hold on, let me move the box again so we can kind of get a good look. I think my camera sometimes wants to focus on the box instead of my skin. All right, so there's where I put the primer, like this whole area right here. And it definitely did tone down that redness quite a bit. I mean, it's not really adding a ton of coverage. You would still put foundation on over this. So this is a really nice first step, I think. This is just a really nice first step to kind of cancel some of that out. So again, like your foundation doesn't have to work so hard. So I'm really excited to test all of these out. I definitely need to do a Mally video really soon because I feel like she has so many great products and I don't hear a lot of other YouTubers talking about them, but I think they're really amazing. Brightening. So definitely if you want to see a Mally video, let me know down below. Maybe I could do like my top favorite products from her. All right guys, that does it for this week's edition of New Makeup Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if you love hauls like this, definitely hit that subscribe button down below because I do these every single Sunday, so you're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.